Okay, next we'll continue this lecture where we are having some more conventional problems that can be asked in the engineering service examination and other conventional examinations. Now, in this, the next problem is a very important problem. This is a famous problem from the Stevenson. A three-phase bus system is given. The ratings of the various components are listed below. Generator data is given, generator 2 data is given, generator 3 data is given, transformer T1 is given, T2 is given, T3 is given. Line impedances are shown in figure. Line impedance means there is a line J50, J25, J25, three line impedance. Determine the reactance diagram based on the 50 MVA. That means the base values are 50 MVA and 13.8 kV. 50 MVA and 13.8 kV as base quantities in the generator 1. So in the generator 1, he has given us the base quantities. So we have to utilize those base quantities. Okay. Now we'll continue this numerical. So what we are going to write, solution. Okay, solution is, in our analysis, again, we'll try to draw the reactance diagram based on the common system base which is given to us. So in our analysis, and diagram is this one is the diagram for that one. We will convert all these quantities to a common system base, specified in the problem. Specified in the problem. So the base quantities are given. The base quantities are S base will be equal to given as 50 MVA and V base as 13.8 kV. So the S base and V bases are given 13.8 and 50 MVA. So let's do it one by one now. So first of all, I have told you that system base, that is the complex power base, is going to remain same throughout. Only the change will be in the voltage base, and that voltage base will also change when we encounter a transformer. So in this case, base kV for transmission line J25. So here we know, here it is given here the base values of generator 1. What is that? 50 kV and 50 MVA and voltage is 13.8 kV. So here we know. Now let's find first the base kV while moving from this direction. Moving in this direction will, yes, like this, like this, like this, like this, and finally we'll reach here. So we have to find base kV here, here, base kV we have to find here, base kV we have to find here, base kV we have to find here, and finally base kV we have to find here. So these are the all base kVs we have to find. Let's go by one. Base kV for the transmission line J50. Set a top. We'll start just the directions I have shown how we will be moving. First of all, base kV has to be calculated in all. So base kV in or base kV for J50 ohm transmission line that will be equal to, see here, now here up to here is 13.8. This is a T1 transformer. T1 transformers given here. This is T1, T1. This is T2, T2, and this is T3, T3. Very clearly given the names of the transformers. So T1, we have, what is the T1 transformer having 11 kV and 110 kV. Both are star star. The first question here is how to identify. So on the this input side, that means on the primary side, we call it primary side, definitely have to be 11 kV, because if it is 13.8 kV, that should match this voltage. That input side of the transformer should match. It's not exactly matching, but it's near to the base value, that is the base value of 13.8 kV, which we are considering in a, so 13.8 kV matches almost, it's not same, but it's approximately equal to 11 kV, which is in the transformer T1. So this side has to be 11 kV, other side has to be in a transformer T1 110 kV. Both are star star connections. So base kV, sorry. So base kV we can write, it is 13.8 multiplied by secondary, that is 110 by 11. And if you calculate this value, it is 138 kV you are going to get. So this is first base kV. Okay, let's move ahead. Next is base kV in the generator G2. Base kV for generator G2. So let's find the base value. What is the base value here? It's 138 now here. We have just got the base value here, 138. So it will be, well, let us write those values. So it is 13.8 here. And in this, we have got 138 kV. Okay. So fine, this is fine. So 138 kV. On this side of transformer T2, you can see the connections again. It is 12.5 star and 115 kV delta. So which of them should match? 115. So definitely this has to be 115 and other one has to be 12.5, because we are getting a base kV on this side of the generator is 138. So it will be 138 multiplied by secondary. Secondary is here 12.5 by 115. So that has to be very clear. So 115, sorry. Yeah, 115 divided by how much we are getting this. Yeah. So base kV has to be, just a second, it is transformer T2, yeah, 12.5. And on the other side, it is 115. So 115 by 12.5. Just we'll write down this. So this has to be generator. What is the generator? G2. Very clear concept has to be there. So this is 113, 38 multiplied by, in this case, secondary will be what? Secondary will be 12.5, because 138 has to match with 115. It is near to 115, not to 12.5. So this will be, secondary will be 12.5 multiplied by 115. Same concept has to be applied, what I told earlier, 115. So this comes out to be 15 kV. I hope there is no question in this case also. So second base quantity we have also got. Second base quantity we can write down here. So second base quantity is, sorry, second base quantity has to be, so second base quantity has to be how much we have calculated, This is coming out to be 15 kV. So we can write down here, it is in the generator J2 is 15 kV. Let us move ahead. Now 15 kV is up to here. So transformer T2 is again another transformer T2. The same ratings of transformer T2 is encountering. So base kV in J25 transmission line. We can write down next. For J25 ohm transmission line. So that will be equal to what is the base kV till now? Till now the base kV is 15 multiplied by, now you have to match the ratings of T2 transformer here, we are here. So T2 transformer, you can clearly see again it is 12.5 by 115. So 12 point is very near to what? 15 kV. 12 point is near to 15 kV than 100. So it will be 115 multiplied by 12.5. So again, we'll write 115 here. 115 divided by 12.5, and you're again going to get 138 kV. So very clearly here the base kV is 138 kV. Okay, now moving from 138 to transformer T3. Now transformer T3, what is the connection transformer T3? What is the voltage transformation ratio? 12.5 by 115. See, 115 is almost not equal to, but approximately equal to 138. So this side is 115 and another side is 12.5. So it will be 113 multiplied by 12.5 by 115. So we will write the base kV in generator 3. Base kV for generator G3. That will be 138 multiplied by, so we have ratio of 115, 12 115. So 115 will match this. That will be 12.5 by 115. Because 12.5 is approximately same, so that will be primary side treated as 138, secondary side is 12.5, so that will come out to be 15 kV again. So again we have in generator G3, I will write the in red, the base kV here again is 15 kV. Now moving to the last section, the base kV in again another J25. This is generator G3 will move up to here. So, and there is a T3 transformer again. So we have to find the base kV in what? J25 transmission line last. So we'll write again base kV for J25 ohm transmission line. Okay. So now again you can see, now T3 again has the same ratio 12.5 by, so in this case 15 will match 12.5. So primary side of this transformer is 12.5, secondary is this, so that will be 15 multiplied by 115 by 12.5. Very simple. That will be 15 multiplied by 115 by 12.5. That will come out to be 138 kV. So you can very clearly see the base kV here up to this T1 transformer again is again 138 kV. So base kV we have got here also. Now last is, you can again find, you should get 13.8, then your all the calculations will be correct. So we'll see that. Otherwise we know the base kV there. So we can again write for our cross checking base kV for generator G1, although we know it, but just for the cross checking. What is till now we have got base kV 138 multiplied by what? So you can very clearly see this side is 138, up to here is 138. So we'll see T1 transformer. What is the ratio of this? 11 kV by 110. So this side has to be 110, this side has to be 11. So it will be 138 multiplied by secondaries, that is secondaries 11 by 110. So 138 multiplied by 11 divided by 110. So you can very clearly see again you are getting 13.8. That means whatever the calculations you are making in the complete loop of this type of problem, and that calculations are correct. So same logic, fundamental logics will be there, that the voltages should match, the base kV should match with the transformation ratio. It's not that you have a base kV of 138 and you can write a transformation ratio of secondary by primary as 13. No, whatever the ratio you have to make, that primary side should be approximately equal to the base kV. That's the fundamental. Okay. Okay, next is, now will convert them in the common basis. Okay. Next, we have to draw the impedance diagram, and for that impedance diagram, we need to convert them on the common system base. So we have got base KVs everywhere. Next, we'll write, we now convert all the parameter values to per unit on the common base specified. Hello? مش class بكره put your phone. مش class. Oh, you. Okay, common specified. So common specified base, that will be xg1. Now let's talk about the reactance of the generator one. Now you see what is the old value. You have the data in front of you. Data is, what is xg1? So you have old per unit, it's x double dash, it's per unit means same percentage per unit, so it is 0.15. Then S base new you already know is 50. S base old is already 50. Base kV on the generator, V base old, that is 13.8. V base new, that's again 13.8 whole square. So it will come out to be the same value. So I will write down for you. This is 0.15 multiplied by S base new. I'm not writing the formula again. S base new is 50. S base old is also 50 because we are in the transformer generator one only. V base old 13.8. V base new 13.8 whole square, and this comes out to be, the value comes out to be 115 per unit. Again is xg2 0.20 multiplied by, you can see, we'll go for the generators first. Here is the generator 2. So generator 2 data is 0.20. S base new is 50. S base old is 40. V base old is 13.2 and V base new is 15. So you have to accordingly use. Sorry, this is 50 divided by 40 multiplied by V base old. V base old is, in this case, is xg2 is 132. It's 132, or just a second. It's 13.2, sorry. 13.2 V base old and V base new is 15 there. So it is 13.2. 15 whole square, and that comes out to be 0.1936 per unit. Okay, we'll add a page. Okay, continuing with this, then xg3 will be, you can see here xg3 data is there, 0.25 is the new reactance value. Okay. As base new is 30, as base old as base new is 50, as base old is 30, V base old is 11, and in the generator 3, V base new is 15. V base new is 15 kV. So we have to write the data accordingly. So this is 0.25 multiplied by as base new is 50, as base old is 30, divided by V base old is 11, V base new base value which we have already calculated is 15 whole square, and that value comes out to be 0.2240. You can write J for this. It doesn't. मैंने J नहीं लिखा है जानबूझ के, because you know reactance will be always in J. So those people may have some confusion here. J यहाँ पे लिख लीजिए आप. मैंने पिछली क्वेश्चन में J भी लिखा था यहाँ भी. So you can write it. It doesn't matter. You know reactance is always, there will be an operator J in the reactance. Next is XT1. So XT1, you can go towards the data first. What is the data? XT1. So this is 0.1 per unit. Old per unit is 0.1. Then multiplied by as base new is 50, as base old is 45. Now if we go for the T1, okay, T1 are all same. If we go for the any T1 on any side, so let us go to this side. This is 13.8 and this has to be 12.5. So V base old is sorry, T1. I am talking about T1. Oh, TK. This is 11. 11 old, new is 13.8 whole square. So you can simply on the primary and secondary side, last time I have shown you both the sides, the values will come out to be same. So it is 0.1 multiplied by S base new is 50, S base old is 45, V base old is 11, and V base new is on the generator side is 13.8, and this value comes out to be J 0.07059 per unit. This is also in per unit. Everything will come out to be in the per unit. I think the values are very simple. We don't have to बिल्कुल simple logic है इन questions में. It's not so difficult. You have to go through them. खुद भी इसको practice करना है. Then you can easily solve this type of. This looks out to be difficult numericals, but बिल्कुल मैंने आसान बनाया इसको आपके लिए. So next go to the XT2. What's XT2 now? You can go to the data again. XT2, I'm not writing for the secondary side now, but because that will be a wastage of time now. Earlier, I have to show you in first question, first or second numerical, I have shown you of both primary. You can check it yourself, because now it will be a wastage of time. As you are familiar with the problem, you can go for the one value only. Okay, XT2. Now, what is the S base new 50, S base old 25? Okay, go on the T2. Let's say T2 is here. Now, if you are on the 138 kV side, okay, so if you are on the T2 for the 138 kV side, so this has to be 115 has to be the old value. That's very clear. So XT2 will be written as 0.15 multiplied by 50 as base new multiplied divided by 25 as base old, and 12.5. If you are on the 12.5, then it is 15 whole square. You can see here, if we are talking the transformer to T2, so T2 on, yeah, where we have gone, T2, yeah, here. So if we are talking about the 12.5 old value, then that has to be that should match with the 15. Then then the base kV has to be 15, because 12.5 is on the secondary side of this transformer, as we know, because primary side is 138 here, that value is near to 115, secondary side is 15, which is near to 12.5. That's why I have used 12.5 here by 15. So that value comes out to be J 0.2083. Okay. Next is XT3. XT3 is 0.1. Can very clearly see here. Again, 0.1 is the new value. So SB new is 50 by 40. So if we are going to be on the transformer T3, so suppose if we are going to be on the 12.5 side, so 12.5 again you have to take 15. If you are going to 115, that will be 138. So accordingly you have to choose the basis. Whatever the values, you have to choose accordingly. So 50 by, this is 40, as base new divided by as base old. And again the value is same. If 12.5 I am choosing, this will be 15. So that value comes out to be 0.0868 per unit. Okay. Now we are left with the J50 and J25 transmission line that we know how to get there, because they're actual values. We need to get the base values. So we'll write first the base impedance in the transmission line J50. In transmission line J50 ohms. So that will be base value is what? We know already that V base, single phase base is V base whole square divided by S base. So we can write that. What is the in 120 J25 J50? It's 138 base kV is there. So base kV is 138. S base new we already know is how much? That is 50 MVA. So this is the base value. So therefore, per unit impedance value will be for Z50 ohm transmission line. So that will be actual value 50 divided by the base value, and that will be 138 square by 50. And if you are going to calculate it, so this will come out to be, I have not calculated the base value, no need, you can one time calculate it only. So this calculation will be around, yeah, J 0.1312 per unit. Now it's in per unit. So similarly, you can go for the, just a second. Sometimes it gets hanged. Okay. Now, per unit value of, so first we'll find the base impedance in the J25 transmission line. What is that? You can have a look here. J25 is here somewhere. So base value again in this case is 138. So divided by as base sim. The base value will be same in transmission lines. So you can write down per unit impedance Z25 transmission line. So that will be, it has to be J50. J25 divided by same value. So I think this value was equal to 38.88 ohms. So that is J 0.656 per unit. So these are all values we have got for the all values on the common system base, that is on system base value of 50 MVA, and that was 13.8 kV. So these are all the values we have got, and properly we have first we have obtained the base values, then we have gone for the other impedance values on the new system base. What are the system bases? So let me draw the reactance diagram now. Reactance diagram. So reactance diagram is very simple. Generators will be represented by reactance and voltage sources. So I will draw that. This is the outline first, and then we can draw it properly. Just a second. Okay. This is grounding. Okay. Here, transmission line, transformer. I'll explain this. Don't worry. It's very simple. As I have told you, same procedure will be adopted here also. This is grounding. Grounding you can make common also, but I will make grounding like this here. So one by one. So if you go to the main diagram, you will see generator will be represented by, sorry, I've done a mistake here. Okay. So generator will be represented by a voltage source and by the reactance. Just a second. Okay. Generator will be represented by the voltage source. So I will be drawing that voltage source here. Here also I have to draw the voltage source. Okay, to generator 2. And here I have to draw a voltage source. Okay, voltage sources are finished. So I can write it like this. This is G1, the voltage of G1. Okay, so this is the reactance. What was the reactance of first? So that was J 1.5 per unit. You have to write the reactance of generator 1. Second, here you can see in the diagram, first it's a transformer T1, then transmission line will be reactance, and finally transformer T2. So transformer T1 reactance will be transformer T1. Okay, that will be J 0.0759 per unit. Then we have a transmission line, that is a J50. Okay, J50 will be J.1312 per unit. And then we have transformer T2. Okay, that will be J.2083. That is again in per unit. So this is for generator G2, XG2, you can write generator G2. And reactance for, to be joined, reactance for generator G2 will be, so that will be J.1936 per unit again. Now moving here, we have first we have transmission line, then we have two transformers. You can see here transformer T2, transmission line, and transformer T3. So you have to write the reactances of all these things accordingly. So here it will be reactance of transformer T2 2.83 per unit again. Here it will be a reactance of the J25 transmission line, that is J 0.0656 per unit. We have already calculated it. Again, it will be transformer T3. Yeah, I think this is T3. You can see it, that is J 0.0808. Again, here you can see it is transformer T3. Here it is T3, J25 transmission line, and transformer T1. So transformer T3, so that will be J 8.808868, sorry, per unit. Here also it has to be 868 per unit. Okay. So then we will have for the transmission line, that will be J 0.0656 per unit. And finally we have for the transformer T1, I think. Yeah. So that will be J 0.07059 per unit. And grounding has to be there after every voltage source here. So last is the generator. This is generator G3. And we have a reactance for this one, J 22.2240 per unit. So this is the perfect way of drawing the reactance diagram. There should be no confusion at all. This is a conventional problem. It will, once you are familiar with this type of problem, it will be very easy for you to draw and calculate them. I hope it's clear to everyone. Yes, Mumin.
Yes, sir. I asked.
Any doubts?
No, sir. Clear hai.
Okay, we'll move to the next problem then. We'll be doing one or two problems. So next problem is like this. Okay. This is another problem we have. So obtain, what has been asked here, it has been asked to obtain the per unit reactance diagram. Again, the same conventional question will be about the reactance diagram only. Reactance diagram of the power system shown in figure. And power system is given to you. We have generators, 3 generators, 2 loads, then we have 2 transformers, and we have a transmission line number 33 kV only transmission line. Okay. So data is given for us. So again, we need to do the same thing, but now a bit, it's not a bit different. I have shown you already. Loads too have to be represented. We can represent that loads also. So loads can be represented either. They can be represented in the parallel combination of the reactance and resistance and reactance. Parallel combination. They can represent series combination also, parallel combination also. So let's move to this problem. Okay. Now first again, base kV he has given us. No. Yeah. Just a second. No, specifications are this. No, he has not given a base value. So in this case, you will be choosing. So what we will do, base MVA, let it be 30 MVA. We will choose the generator G1 side. And then base kV will be, you can choose anything but 33 kV or something. I have chosen 33 kV or something. You can choose any ratings, but the answers will be same. There will be not much difference. Okay, solution of this one. So numerical number 2, which we are doing today. So solution for this one is, let the base MVA be 30 MVA and the base kV for the line for the line is 33 kV. So transmission line we are choosing here is a transmission line 33 kV. 30 MVA and 33 kV. Okay. So again, one by one, we have to find base kVs in the generator on this side, generator G1 side, and on this generator G2, G3, and load side. These two base kVs only we have to find. So first of all, we'll find the base kV in the circuit of generator 2. So this is the generator 2. Yeah, generator 1, wherever you want to find that, doesn't matter at all. So first, but base kVs have to be evaluated first. Base kV in generator 1 circuit. So what should be base kV here? So base kV is in the transmission line, base kV is 33. So we are choosing that base 33 multiplied. What is the T1 transformation ratio? It is 33 by 11. So this time, this side has to be 33. This side has to be 11. So that will be 11 by 33. So that will be 11 by 33 and that is 11 kV. So base kV in the generator 1 circuit is 11 kV. Similarly, we will be finding the base kV in the circuit of generator G2. What is the base kV? We have in transmission line, what is the base kV? 11. 11, we have a base kV, sorry, transmission line 33 kV. T2, what is the ratio? 6.2 by 33 kV. So that is 33 multiplied by 6.2 divided by 33. So that ratio comes out to be, that value comes out to be 6.2 kV. 6.2 kV is the base kV on this side. Now again, we'll be doing the same practice. We'll be converting we'll now convert all parameter values to per unit on the common system base specified. So we will be finding the per unit values on the common base specified. So what are the common bases we have chosen? That is 30 MVA and base MVA is 30 MVA and the base kV is 33 kV. So we know that. So one by one again we'll go. So per unit reactance of transmission line we are going to find first today here in this numerical. So how we have to find per unit reactance? So there is a base value. So we'll find base impedance of transmission line. What is the value of this? 2.50 ohms, J 2.50 ohms. That's a per phase value. So what is the base value? Base value will be V base whole square. V base there is 33. I'm not writing the formula. V base square divided by S base. S base we have chosen as 30. Transmission line base value is itself 30. So this is the base value. Okay. So now per unit reactance of transmission line. What is that? That will be J 20.5 divided by this value. So that value will come out to be J 0.565 per unit. Per unit reactance, okay, that was the transmission. And now we'll go for the transformer T1. Per unit reactance for the transformer T1. Okay. Yeah, Moomin.
Yes, sir.
Just a second. Actually, I have some